fan of corporate fast and fasting just because everybody else is doing it. So I'll fast periodically throughout my year. And that'll be prompted by, I feel like, the Holy Spirit. So there'll be times where I feel like God's saying, hey, you need 3 days to really dive in and connect with me. And then I will take a break from social media or food or whatever the case may be for 3 days. So, or 10 days or a month. So it just depends on when I really feel the urge from God to fast. And so I felt like it's more like a Holy Spirit-led thing than a corporate-led thing. That personally works for me. I can't really do a lot of food fast, like eating no food for 3 days or 10 days, because I get really bad migraines. So I have to watch what I eat. And I have to consume enough calories so I don't get migraines. Anyways, so that's my reason for the fast. Yeah, our cast went live a lot after the show because we're wanting to connect with fans, but it's just not healthy because people are mean. So, and it's time consuming and taxing. We're going to carry on.
Welcome back to Big Brother. The House guests have been voting to evict either Kenny or Matt, and with 2 votes each. It's currently a tie. Let's continue with the live voting. Brooklyn thinks Matt has the votes to stay. Will she be one of them? Hi, Brooklyn.
Hi, Queen Julie.
Thank you. Please cast your vote to evict.
I vote to evict Matt.
Bestie for the restie. Tag Brooklyn in this joint, please.
Follow my dreams, cage ring. I can't, Matt. Mommy loves you.
Tag Brooklyn in this joint. Tell my best friend to get up on this live.
Matt feels strongly that he has Leah's vote to stay. But does he? Hi, Leah.
Hi, Julie. You look amazing.
Thank you, thank you. Please cast your vote to evict.
Brooklyn robbed.
I sadly choose to evict Kenny.
Thank you.
Thank you. I love you, Mommy, Daddy, Danny, Kirby, Papa. Kenny.
What a queen.
Karina has been close with Matt and his allies, but is that enough?
She finna evict
to keep
him.
him over Kenny.
The way she sat.
Please cast your vote to evict.
I sadly vote to evict Matt.
Thank you.
Shut up.
Brooklyn always wore these scarves as shirts, and I would be afraid my boobies were just finna pop out on national television. So what courage.
Get Matt out, but is
The
that...
famous prison pants from Quinn.
Hello, Quinn.
Oh my gosh, Julie, you look immaculate.
Thank you so much. Please cast your vote to evict.
I sadly vote to evict Matt.
Thank you.
Beat you too, Zach. Hi, Elise. Hi, Levi. And Senator's beautiful family.
Aww.
Cam agreed to be part of Matt's barbershop alliance.
What?
Does that mean Matt shouldn't be cut?
Shubina's getting married first. I'm gonna officiate both weddings.
Well, thank you. Please cast your vote to evict.
I vote to evict Matt.
Matt.
Shout out all my dogs at the crib.
Dogs at the crib.
Official with 6
That's my
votes
first time
Matt.
seeing that.
Matt will leave the house tonight, but let's see how the other votes fall.
Shout out to my dogs in the crib.
Hi, Tucker.
Hi, Julie. You look absolutely beautiful
Thank
tonight.
you so much.
He's so
Cast
sweet.
your vote to evict.
I unfortunately vote Matt.
Thank you.
Hi, Mom, Dad, Nick, Eric, Kay, Candy, Doug, and Jorge. I love you.
Joseph has tried to steer clear of all the drama this week, but will his vote tonight be
It's so iconic. Is this not iconic?
Hello, Joseph.
What up, fam?
Please cast your vote to evict.
We're not gonna let this be like every other Big Brother season. I vote to evict Matt.
Thank you.
Shouts out Joshua, happy late birthday. I love you. I'm doing this for you. Let's go.
King Joseph. King Joseph. We're not about to have this be like any other day. You better tell him, Joseph. You better tell him. What the heck are you doing? What?
The votes are in. Let's give the news to the house guests. House guests, the votes are in. When I reveal the votes, the house guests will have just a few moments and then say goodbye, gather his belongings,
Hold on.
walk out that
And he's running to his seat.
front door.
This is hilarious. So they tell us, like, don't wait for the other house guests to go in the door. Like, as soon as you finish voting, walk out and just walk out. So I think he thought there was more people that had to vote. That's hilarious. Him standing there looking in the mirror is crazy. What a start to the season.
8 to 3. Matt, you are evicted.
Just Oh, Angela's like, praise God. MJ. Oh, her man. I'm so glad they're together. That's crazy. Not my microchip getting in the way of the camera frame. MJ cannot hold it together. In love, day 10, baby.
I'll see you at supper. It's fun.
Are they together officially? Danny, you are late. Yes. I blocked the whole view for sure. That's crazy. I'm so glad she didn't use her power to save him, because she would have been screwed. I was trying to get up in that shot, my microchip. Yeah, I was. Trying to see the people.
Yes. All right, take a seat, stay right there, because when we return, I'll talk one-on-one with Matt. Stay with us.
Aww. What a sad, he shot himself in the foot a lot week 1, but also was dealt like a really bad hand in bad situations. No, we couldn't sit in our costume. So here's what y'all don't know. Here's BTS. The first HOH comp of the season, new rule, the one that Angela won, before filming the HOH comp and playing, we were in our microchip outfits for the first time. So, there's a lot of behind the scenes stuff when doing the HOH comps. And so we wear the microchip outfit for the first time. And the homies, production, was just like, okay, Cedric and Chelsea, sit down on the couches, like these couches. And we were like, what y'all talking about? They were like, these costumes were designed to be satin. You guys can sit in it. I'm like, no, we can't. But we will do what you say and try to prove it to you. So he and I both sat down. I wish they aired this. Sat down and we immediately fell back. Like our whole feet up. It was a hot mess. I'm glad you got mods. The chat is so clean. Yeah. So yeah, I was like, so then we needed help getting up out, because those microchip outfits, you just can't function in them. And I was like, hey, no way. They thought we were going to be able to sit in these things. This is crazy. So no, we couldn't sit in it. That's why every comp you saw us standing. Oh, it was so uncomfortable. What am I looking forward to in 2025? Vacation. A time to develop and invest in the right friendships. I have a lot of acquaintances, a lot of people in my life, a lot of close acquaintances, but I'm excited for 2025 to truly invest in, not a lot, but very few friends, and really, really invest in healthy relationships this season. I'm excited to date. I'm excited to, hey, 2025. Thank you for the gift. What? Thank you, Carrie. So I'm just excited about what God has in store. A lot of fun things I can't even share. I'm very excited. Yes, I want to go to Cabo this month, but with what Cam's going through, I don't know if that's fully possible anymore, and I would love for him to be on the trip with us. So it's on pause for now. Yeah. Am I a Laker girl? Laker gang or don't bang, baby. I believe yellow and purple. Okay, let's continue. Y'all want to do one more episode? That's crazy.
Welcome back to Big Brother. I'm sitting here with Matt, who was just evicted by a vote of 8-3. First one out.
Yes, ma'am.
How are you feeling?
It's hard, yeah. I mean, I think I came to play this game and try to represent something bigger. And like I said, I hope you guys got to see, me being here wasn't just telling my story, it was telling my mom's story and the story of a lot of my stereotype. And I hope that rang true. And even the time that I did get to play,
In the short time in the house, you and Mackenzie grew very close. What were you whispering in her ear? She was visibly upset.
Not Julie being nosy.
Tonight.
Yeah, I mean, I think it is.
What'd you say in her ear?
I said that our
What did you
is not over, and I think when we get out of this house, I'll find
Julie?
and keep capitalizing on what we got to build and how I'm very thankful I got the honor to get to know her well.
Let's talk about Angela. Wow, that was an unexpected rivalry. Why do you think the two of you
Julie just begins straight to
did
the
not
point.
get on with each other?
Yeah, I mean, I think instinctively, I don't know. I think there could be area for me to learn and grow, potentially. But I did not agree with how she treated me and what she said, and it was difficult.
Let me back it up.
Yeah.
In your private one-on-one conversation with her in the head of household bedroom, you did say to her, quote, "You want to put me up, let's go. And if I win, next week I promise you," and the conversation unfolded more. She interpreted that as a threat.
Threat, yeah.
Was it? And
It was a game threat. I don't think it was
in that
personal.
conversation.
Right, yeah. I mean, definitely it wasn't a aggressive threat like I thought that she
Interpreted to be.
Maybe
Yeah.
there's some area for me to learn and grow.
No,
but
there's nothing you need to learn and grow in. That's Big Brother.
If you get up, then next week I come over quick.
This stuff bothers me. Because it's like, and I've said this multiple times on the show, right? What's Carrie saying? Why is Carrie laughing? Brooklyn's here! Shut up! What's up, Brooklyn? Here's what I'm frustrated by. It's like, if you sit down and you play Monopoly with your family, or a Taboo, like Taboo gets crazy in the Bayham family, or like any competitive game, you don't go into the game expecting people's morality to be the thing that leads them in the game. You expect to be 30, feisty, yada, yada, yada. And when the winner is crowned, what we eating? Where's the dessert? Where's the drinks at? Like, you go back to being humans. Now, there's nuance to Big Brother because it's reality show and game show combined. So there's a lot of life lived. So there is nuance to it. However, in this conversation, Matt was talking game. Was he threatening her game-wise? Yeah, welcome to freaking Big Brother. Do you know what we signed up for, baby? We signed up for one of the most shiesty competition shows on TV. You know what I'm saying? I was watching Miss America Talent Prelims. Miss you. I miss you too, Brooklyn. Oh, Brooklyn. So let me just say, I was talking about you, and I aired out a private conversation you and I had, so I apologize in advance. I hope we can still be friends after this. But you was talking about Beyonce, remember? And I just aired your thoughts on Beyonce's Beyonce Bowl on Christmas, and we talked about that. So yeah, y'all tell Brooklyn don't disrespect the queen. The mic was on. You know what I'm saying? Should I invite Brooklyn on? Brooklyn, you want to come on for a second? Are you like presentable? I mean, not in a shady way, but like, do you have clothes on? Let me see. Did she get off my live? How do I invite her? How do I invite her? Oh, guest. Invite. Let's get this little girl on to talk about. Yeah, I had to go off on her about yeah, send the beehive on Brooklyn, y'all. Invite her to discuss the next episode. Y'all want me to do another episode? Uh-oh. Every other week you guys want Brooklyn on. There she is. What?
Why are you talking about me?
Because I got asked the question about how I felt about the Beyonce Bowl, and I had to honor, people ask me questions. And then it just naturally led to how you were psychotic on Christmas, talking mess about, Queen Bee.
No, the mic was on until it wasn't. And that was at the beginning, and then with Post Malone. I'll give it to her. She hit that like G5. She hit it, but no. Other than that, it was all.
No, because that's not what you originally said. You were talking about The mic was off the whole time until the end. Did you not say that?
Yeah, I did. And then I watched it back and I was like, ooh, yeah, it's on there because I could hear her breathing. But then it went back off because Posty can't sing live. And then
So that's not Beyonce's fault, though. She was taking one for the team. The mic is always on, Brooklyn.
Listen, I was more invested when I watched it back trying to find Blue. Like, I was she was out there the whole time.
Beyonce shouldn't have a career anymore. That's crazy. Mods, I would tell you to block this person.
I was about to say, blocked, deleted. I'm not throwing shade at the queen. I was just making an observation.
Quinn is in here defending Quinn. Why are you in here defending her about Beyonce? He said
for Brooklyn to be wrong. I mean, he's not wrong now. It truly, I take pride in my reads, and they're usually right.
She's this close to getting blocked on all my social media.
Don't make me, like I said, drop my recorded videos of you almost lighting yourself on fire, blowing out your 28th birthday candles.
Because why were the sparklers that aggressive? Is the problem.
But you're also lighting them in your hand, 2 at a time.
Yeah. What else was I supposed to do?
Have them in a cake? Have someone else light
So
them?
do you want to go into a traumatizing birthday story right now on my first Chelsea's Cheesemate about birthday cake and birthdays?
Go ahead.
No, we're not doing that, Brooklyn. We're not doing that.
Maybe you should. It sounds like you might need to talk it out.
Shut up. I did not light myself on fire. She's being dramatic. I almost lit myself on fire.
No, don't worry. I'll post it on Instagram after this. Y'all go follow me, Mrs. Brooklyn Rivera.
Shut up. No, do not tell her to expose.
You can follow me because today I was also promoting my business, so they have to sit there and tap through my business slides today. So.
1720, y'all. Go follow Mrs. Brooklyn Rivera on Instagram. You'll find out more about her business.
Like, people can look at my business and be like, I would never need what you give. And I'm like, I know.
She gives walking lessons. You know what I'm saying? It's like, whoa, what is that? But, it benefits people in the pageantry world. So if you just got a bad walk, call Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying?
Someone said,
I should do a whole advertisement.
Y'all don't understand. This is my humor. I have such a dry humor, and I am actually pretty witty. The show just didn't let me live.
Yeah, you were robbed for sure. Okay, so here's a birthday story. We just, there's the friends who always, go hard in the paint for their other friends usually don't get that love reciprocated,
Mm-hmm.
So it's like the strong friends. People don't check up on the strong friends. People don't check up on the planning friends. And I am one of those friends. So my birthday is just, I don't enjoy it every year. And I did not have a birthday cake this year because, people think about my birthday the day before. So birthdays are traumatizing. So that's the story, okay? So I got my own dang sparklers, didn't have a cake, and I lit them in my hand with Brooklyn.
That's okay, y'all. I got her a massage because, as you can tell, she is tense and needed a little release.
Did you come on here to just throw shade, or like what are we?
You invited me. I didn't ask to be here. You invited me to come on here.
If I went back on Big Brother, I would not be in line with Brooklyn. Do you see this sass she's giving? Like, evict her. You know what I'm saying? Craziness.
No, it is. It's because, listen, my son's birthday is Sunday, and it's hard. But I very much relate to Chelsie in the birthday blues because I do things for other people's birthday, and I always equated it to being a mom because my birthday really doesn't matter in my house. But
which is trash. Like, moms need to get love too. And what's even trashier is I'm not even the mom. And I still got the birthday.
Junior is somewhere rolling around right now. How dare you say that?
Who?
Junior? You're just
Junior is downstairs under a blanket.
saying
with
you're
his
not
head
loving.
propped up on a pillow.
It is true. I know Eddie. He is wonderful at other things. He is not wonderful at planning stuff.
You can't be great at everything. You know, your birthday is too close to Christmas. First of
I
all,
can't talk about him, especially if Quinn is in the chat, because Quinn is a
but Quinn's
bigger
gonna defend.
Eddie stan than he is a me stan.
Yes, Brooklyn's in the chat, y'all. This is the famous Brooklyn. Like, what an honor.
Yeah, I was watching Miss America prelims.
How did that go?
Texas won preliminary gown yesterday. Didn't win talent tonight, but that doesn't really matter.
Who won talent?
Talent preliminary winners were Tennessee, North Carolina, and Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania was a dancer that changed her costume midway and started baton twirling. She had batons.
Shut up.
hidden
That's
in
kind
her
of fire.
And she did it to Thunderstruck, which is the.
Where the heck is California at?
Not in the top. So
Oh.
that's just California for you.
Do you have something? Do you have something to say about California? Do you want to just air it out here? What the shade was real.
Because who would want to actually live in California? Again, you didn't choose to live there. You were just born there. So people that actually choose to live there, I would like to speak to you. Chelsea could
If I knew how to
Chelsea
people
could
out of the
not
chat.
be Miss California America because she is too old. But she could be Miss California USA.
wait, what do you mean I'm too old?
America system, Miss America has a 28-year age limit. And
But
you
I'm
have to-
28.
Nope, you would have had to be signed up for your state before your 28th birthday. So that's a no, because this is
28 sucks.
There.
I woke up a carpal tunnel. I can't even sign up,
I'm-
to
It's
be.
Hey, USA, Miss USA. That one's better anyways, and you don't need a talent.
Are you trying to say I don't have talent? Because the shade tonight is, what did you have for dinner? How did your little fried chicken, steak, cutlet, bone, broth, whatever you made turn out?
Cube steak, and it was delicious.
What the heck is a cube steak?
Have y'all tell her in the chat what is country fried cube steak? Cube steak and gravy. You've never had cube steak and gravy?
No.
I don't trust people that say that they're cooks and that they can't make a homemade gravy. So I need to go
First
back.
of all, I can make a gravy, but I've never
I'm not
had.
talking about you. I'm just saying
And your transition was whack.
certain people that say, yeah, I cook. I'm like, first of all, let me see you make a gravy from scratch and then we can talk.
Listen, Miss Meatloaf. Not everybody knows what a cube. See, there's people. I call it chicken fried steak. That's what we call it in California. What the heck is a cube steak?
Chicken fried steak is breaded. That's what I made on accident with my first three. And I was like, ooh, breading's too strong, too thick. Cube steak is the same meat, but it's less breading and you do it in a gravy. Yeah.
But what makes it cube?
It's the type of meat and you pound it out and I don't know.
Yeah.
It kind of looks.
No.
Y'all know what cube steak is. But country fried steak, I've actually made them both. I made 3 country fried steak pieces and then the rest cube steak.
And it was good? What else did you make it with?
Homemade mashed potatoes and green beans and cheddar biscuits.
Thanks for the invite. What the heck?
It's a casual Thursday around here. On top of working all day like a dog, getting my skin burned off my
Yes.
body. Looking for an outfit because the theme of the birthday party, because I am friends with people that theme their birthday parties, is Vegas cowgirl.
Wait, for which birthday party? Oh, with yeah. Oh my God, that's this week or next week.
Next week.
And I was about to share something live that would have got me caught up.
Go ahead.
I know, I will text you. No. No. Vegas cowgirl is crazy. So what's going to be your outfit?
Probably something with sequins. And
What are you drinking?
Worry about yourself.
I will. I'm drinking green tea.
It's dry. It's dry January. It should be dry January.
Oh. Shut up. Y'all want me to watch another episode? That's crazy. We just got through this one.
Which one did you watch?
The first live eviction. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, that
I didn't get to where Julie shares about the Trump attempts.
that's like her after show.
Oh, that was after the fact. Okay, then I'm done with this episode.
She didn't ask that during the live, but like in her extended interview that goes on Instagram and all of that, it showed her telling him.
Brooklyn, give us tea because Chelsea's not giving us any. What are you talking about?
Oh, do they know that you painted your bathroom green? I don't know.
What kind of tea is that? No, because I was going to do a video where I was like,
I will be in California at the end of the month. That's tea. I haven't shared that.
Yes.
He will be coming to see me.
Maybe.
Yes, you are.
Depends on how you act.
I know you're
So,
and I'm flying into your airport.
She's literally flying into Ontario.
What's my thoughts on Matt's eviction? Well, I evicted him, so there's that. Ideally, to be fair, ideally, it would have been lovely if Matt won that arena because we would have evicted Kenny, and it would have kept lines kind of not blurred because Chelsie and I were technically in the BS alliance. Also, I had publicly said I wasn't getting rid of chemo. No one was. And so in my head, the best case for me would have been Matt winning the arena because I would have kept MJ and Leah happy. I didn't care for what was happening that week. And so I didn't want someone to have a certain satisfaction that they ended up getting. But,
I'm with you. I shared a little bit of that as I watched it. Yeah, it's just his eviction was not it. It was just not it.
I was sad. He would have eventually had to go because I do think he would have been a good player as far as physically. But we also saw that there weren't many physical comps. So,
everyone watching from home felt like Brooklyn was going to win the game week 3. So she was at the top alongside me up into her eviction. So
week 5 really hit a girl hard.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. It did not feel that way. I don't know if Chelsea's explained that to you. Week 1, 2, 3 really didn't feel like I felt like my hand was in every single cookie jar almost kind of thing. And I was working, but I didn't feel like I was doing a good job at the game. I was just surviving. But week 4 kind of threw me for a loop, and Chelsie was just much better at keeping her composure and a more level head. I got a big mouth, and I am stubborn. So that was a little bit, but I also
really
watching it, they were gunning for me. So it didn't matter if I was nice or not that week. I don't think it would have changed anything.
Yeah, I think the 5 points jacked up. Things.
Damn.
Yeah, it was the 5 points because it made you show your cards, which is an interesting thing about Big Brother is being a part of a lot of alliances is like, oh, I'm honored, everybody trusts me, yada yada. But at some point, you have to in your voting show your cards. So week 1 saved me because I didn't have to show any cards. And then week 2, I didn't really also have to show any cards because I was HOH. I played the card that everybody wanted me to play. So everybody liked you, and that was the issue. because you had to show your cards. Yeah.
Everybody but Tucker, because he clocked it. He knew
Clock you in.
when the 5 points happened. He beats me. And then Angela, but
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Do I wish I didn't? No, because like we had that conversation. If one of us were going out and it just so happened she was on the block, like I wasn't gonna let her like look stupid and be shocked. But then in turn, it made me look stupid. I wouldn't want to change that and her look stupid on the way out the door. So she had asked me before the live show, please tell me if I'm going home. And I said, okay, I promise I will. And I thought she was. So that's shame on me. I'm the one that looked silly, but I wouldn't change that.
Yeah. It was just week 4, week 5. Week 4, week 5 were just the worst weeks of the whole season. It was terrible.
It was tough.
It felt like 5 weeks into. It made it great to me.
You're hitting that like month mark and everybody's getting on your nerves and nothing. Yeah. You want all the things you can't have.
Yeah. And like alliances are starting to form. And the interesting thing though about this season is like there was 18 million alliances and very little loyalty. So you can just feel that in the Big Brother house. It just felt like people were playing a faux Big Brother, like creating an alliance just because that's what you do on Big Brother. And I was like, screw that. I'm not creating an alliance because that's what we do on Big Brother or that's just a cool TV thing. I'm trying to build something that'll get me to the final 5. So it's just people were playing the game so interestingly this season, and I didn't understand it, which made it even more difficult because you had to maneuver week by week. But also the AI arena really threw me for a loop as well. So I watched it for the first time, the AI arena. I haven't even watched hours that we did, but I watched Matt, and that was pretty much like
they all said they guessed.
Yes, that's a guess because there was a ton of faces, and I was like, why is Brooklyn so cute? Like your poses are perfect, your face is perfect. It was kind of annoying.
Yeah, they even, all 3 of them said, Kimo, I remember Kimo saying, no, I guessed. And then Kenny said he guessed. And then I heard Matt's interview and he's like, I guessed. And then he was really mad that he didn't get to like play an actual game. I was like,
an actual game. Because remember all morning he was like, I just want to move. I just want to do something physical. He wanted to.
So when they were like, put on your athletic clothes, we were like, oh man, oh my God.
That's what I told him. I told him like, everybody thought it was physical because we were told to put on our athletic clothes, but they said, psych, you're about to press a button.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is crazy. They could have let him more regular clothes, but I actually like it because it's just up in the air. You don't really know what the game is about to be.
Yeah, you could just be watching words fly on a screen and look silly for a good 4 minutes.
Did we really look silly? Because it was difficult.
It actually doesn't. Yeah, no, it does. It does until it slows down. We don't look silly till it's literally slowed down and the words are backwards. But then at that point, we had all started to catch on, and then you got it. So, what final 2 we're all most shocked about that had an actual name?
Wait, what?
They asked what final 2 were we most shocked about that had a name?
Oh. Brooklyn and Leah's, Brooklyn and Quinn's, anything Brooklyn was in a final 2 that wasn't with me. It was a shock. So, whoa.
I told you. I don't think I told you about Leah's, but.
Yeah, Leah told me about it, which even hurt my feelings more.
I didn't get a chance. I got evicted.
That's facts. The Visionaries, it wasn't a final 2. That was final 3.
How did I get the entire pre-jury into the Zoom? The pre-jury, we were all very kind to each other, and we just said, hey, what day works? And all 6 of us, that was before, it was the week that Joseph got evicted. So it was just 6 of us. And we had just agreed, and that's when we did it. And it was really fun, and y'all loved it. It was put on all of our Instagrams. But we have not had the same success for a full cast. So Y'all will not see that happening.
Probably not.
Probably not. I would do it. I'll say I would do it. I can't speak for everybody. T-Core changed her mind a lot.
I haven't obviously watched the season, so I don't know when she was going to tell me about the Visionaries. What was interesting though, I found out about the Visionaries like a month after I got out the house, and I was on a live, and somebody was like, how'd you feel about the Visionaries? And I was like, what the heck? So I think I call you or somebody, Cedric. Yeah. What the heck were the Visionaries? Or Quinn, I may have called. I was shocked by that because for me, Big Brother was a lot of strategy, but it was also a lot of like common sense, kind of see what's in front of you and put the pieces together. So people who hang around each other a lot in the Big Brother house are most likely aligned with each other, most likely going to protect each other. So when I found out about like Chemo, T-Core, and Quinn, I was so shocked because I'm like, there's no way Quinn actually thought that Chemo and T-Core were going to ride with him to the final 3 over Rubina, over me, over several other people. So I'm like, and if they were actually going to make it to the final 3, that would have been dope because nobody would have suspected that. But for this season, it was kind of like 1 + 1 = 2 this season. What you see is really how it is. And T-Core and Chemo didn't really spend a lot of time around Quinn, so I was shook that he literally maneuvered his game around those two and Leah. His game frustrates me the most. It's because it doesn't make sense. I've had this conversation with him already. Brooklyn would have to smart to take Chelsea to the final 2. That's why her and Cam were best to lead a W. I don't like the grammar is kind of throwing me off a little bit there. I don't know what that means. I don't think Brooklyn would have taken me to the final 2. I think if it was the Pentagon at the end, Brooklyn would have taken Cam or wait, who else was in? Me, you, Cam. No, you wouldn't have taken Cedric. You would have taken Cam or Quinn to the final 2.
I think my heart and soul and everything would have wanted you beside me and us duke it out. But then I would have been most nervous to take you, like if it was my choice.
Yeah.
I don't know how the jury though, like if I didn't take you and they knew that you were my best friend and I literally was cutthroat to cut you.
I would have like honored that move, like even with MJ, if she would have cut me final 2, I would have voted for her. Like I've said that publicly a lot of times. So I would I would have felt away like what the heck, but I would have voted for you because it's Big Brother. Like we're playing a game. I probably would have taken, depending on jury, that's how I would choose, like jury management. Who can I beat sitting next to? So I would probably take Cedric because just for the story, the arc, microchips to final 2, that would have been a great story. And when it came to speeches, I feel like I would be cutthroat.
Everyone loved him, but young Cedric's verbiage and use of words wasn't his strength.
Yeah. Cedric, it depends on jury management. It's hard to say Cedric would have won when we didn't, how he was week 4 could have shifted how he was week 10. You're talking about 13 weeks. Like you're talking about a long time and people shift. And so it's hard to say who I would have won next to at the end because we don't see how they would have playing smart for 90 days is difficult. So anyways,
I play a lot of his intelligence. Anywho, okay, love you guys. I gotta go put my kiddos to bed. They're on their own time frame with this holiday break, but
tell them I love them. And
I'll talk to you later.
I'll text you on the side.
Okay. Bye.
I love you. Bye. Everybody say bye to the married mother. That's my girl. I love her so much. Like, what's so crazy, 2024, and this might be a silly prayer, but I struggled with friendships and struggle with friendships. And in 2024, I was very intentional in my prayer time of God, I want a best friend that just makes sense for me. And I had a best friend 2017 to 2024. Wait, no. 2017 to like 2022. And like, I'm talking about soulmate. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody has those best friends, but some people have those best friends who are soulmates. You know what I'm saying? And so I had my very first, what I felt like was best friend soulmate, and went through a terrible, traumatic friendship breakup. And that I am still, in some ways, grieving and healing from. I'm 90% healed, but there's some residue. Anyways, have been praying, like, God, send me some people in my life who just make sense for me. And the crazy part is, like, on paper, Brooklyn doesn't make sense for, like, we're polar opposites. She's very type A. She has a planner for her planner. She has a schedule for her schedule. She's just perfect, polished, and pretty, and I am not. And so on paper, we don't really, it doesn't make sense, but we're very compatible in our values and our morals and our humor and our confidence and our strength. And so I prayed for a best friend in 2024, and I didn't know that it would come through the form of Big Brother. And I've known this woman for 6 months. So it's just crazy to see how God has formed relationships. But yeah, friendship breakups are the worst. Yes, opposites attract. What's up, Sanaz? My Persian gangster is in the building, baby. That's my Persian gangster. I used to work with Pastor Sanaz, and I didn't mean to say that sarcastically. Like, legit, she's a pastor, all honor. But I introduced her. She was speaking at one of our events that we put on, and I had the privilege of introducing her. And I was, put some love into it, because that's just my girl. So I put some love into it. Why does she I was like, this is my Persian gangster, y'all. Give it up for Pastor Sanaz. Why did this fool come out on the stage crip walking? I said, this is when I knew. That was the moment I fell in love. She came crip walking on the stage before she preached the message. Y'all can't tell me nothing. Y'all can't tell me nothing. You gotta keep it gangster for the Lord. Because and that's like, Sanaz and I are very, very similar in a lot of those ways, very opposite in a lot of ways, which is why we also get along. But yeah, opposites attract. But Sanaz is Persian gangster, y'all. Like, crib walking is crazy. Right before you preach, like, find that footage so we can show the people. Because I put the Yin Yang Twins song behind her crib walking on her birthday, and it was just iconic. So yeah, Cam and Brooklyn will probably be your friends for life. Absolutely. Like, Brooklyn, and I text her often. I'm just like, is it crazy we just met, but I have so much love for you. It just feels like a friend that I've been friends with for years. But anyways, yeah, friendship breakups suck. I grieved way longer, sobbed way more for this friendship breakup than my actual, like, breakup with my ex. It was insane. So, but if you guys knew the woman that I was, like, best friends with, you would understand why it was difficult, because she's pretty dope. And it was just like, yeah, life just sucked during that time. And it was just a mess. And the enemy in life got the best of our friendship. So anyways, if y'all knew her, you'd be like, I understand. Y'all make sense. But I'm grateful for Brooklyn, because I've prayed diligently for years. God, I just want a friend, a best friend that I could go to church with, praise God, somebody who can challenge me in my faith, with somebody that can say, hey, let's go get dinner and have a glass of wine, who has some level of balance in their life in that way. And yes, somebody who will raise you up, call you out of the pit, but also sit with you when you're going through it. So I had a really good soulmate friendship that got stripped from me. And then God is just so kind to, when he takes something away, he doesn't leave it void for too long. He will always replace it. My mentor used to tell me this: if God asks you to let go of something, it's because it wasn't for you to keep. It's not meant for you to hold on to, or he needs you to release it out of your hands so he can replace it with something better. So, and my ex-best friend told me that, and it's proven to be true. That friendship got released out of my hands, and it was either because it wasn't meant for me to have, or God has something better in mind. So that's the word. That was just off the dome. You know what I'm saying? 2020, the season 26 we definitely won in the friendship department. We really do love each other. I need to retell the prophecy I got before going into the Big Brother house. So January 2024, I got flown to Arizona to preach at a church. And on my flight, I was journaling, and I told y'all like I journal. So I was journaling, and I had journaled, and I wish I had my journal right now because I'll read it to you guys so y'all know I'm not lying. But like, I journaled, God, I'm in the air flying, about to get paid to do something that I just love, that I would do for free for the rest of my life, which is teach people about the Bible and preach the Bible. Like, it doesn't make any sense that I am blessed in this way. And I said, I believe that this trip is going to change the trajectory of my life. It's going to be the start of my life being forever changed. I land, go to dinner that night. The next morning, wake up to preach, go to the church. And before, the prayer team was like, can we pray over you? So I go into this room, and I'm telling you, this prayer team is not like anything you've seen. They went in on me, y'all. Like probably like 30 people in the room laid hands and went ham. Like I was sweating. It was hot, like hands on the head, speaking in tongues, like the whole nine. Like I was overstimulated, but I was vibing it. I was like, this is so much, but I love it all. So while I'm being prayed over, I see this in the corner of my eye, this girl who's just like writing in her journal, just writing. I'm like, that's interesting. I wonder what she's writing. After everybody finishes praying, they leave the room, and this lady comes up to me with this journal. She's like, I feel like the Lord is telling me this. She was like, 2024 is about to change the trajectory of your life. You think that you're coming in here to pour into this church in Arizona, but God is about to pour something into you while you're here that's going to change your life. And I'm like, she's like, your life will never be the same after this year. Keep pressing in, anchor yourself in the Lord. Like all of these things that were just lining up, talked about having freedom, being set free, having the ability to fly. And my word for the year was free. So many things, right? So that happens. Then I go through the Big Brother process. I'm not on the show yet. But one of my friends who also works at the church I go to, she's a pastor as well. And she's an avid dreamer, like just a prophetic dreamer. And she comes up to me, and mind you, I'm giving you all the tea, but mind you, I also am a prophetic dreamer. I have a lot of dreams that usually come to fruition or make sense years later. So anyways, I had this dream about my ex-boss, her husband. And I had a dream that he is kind of morbid, but it'll make sense. I had a dream that he had passed away from a heart attack 3 times. So I had this dream, and I didn't interpret that as quite literal. I interpreted it as there's something wrong with his heart. Like there's something spiritually wrong with his heart. So this dreamer, I go to church one day, getting ready to work, and she's like, that's so crazy. I had a dream about so-and-so's husband. I'm like, really? She's like, he died. I'm like, how? She said, of a heart attack. I was like, shut up. So he's alive. He's alive. But anyways, prophetic dreamer is what I'm trying to tell you. The next day she comes up to me. She was like, it's so crazy. I had a dream about you. I was like, what? She said that you made it to Final 4 of Big Brother. And I said, that's crazy. And mind you, nothing's official until you're literally taken in a car to go to LA, to be sequestered. So this was maybe 2 months before. And she said, yeah, you were in the camera. You were talking to me and another homegirl. You were like, oh my God, I can't believe I made it to Final 4. God is so good, yada, yada, yada. So when I went into the Big Brother house, that was stuck in my head forever. Like my friend, and not all dreams are prophetic. So let me just state that, some dreams are merely that. But with this woman, I really do believe her dreams. Anyway, she's like, when I was in the house, struggling with paranoia, put on the block, lost a lot of my closest allies. The thing that was at the forefront of my mind was the dream that she had. I said, I'm going to make it a Final Four. Through hell or high water, I know I'm going to make it to Final Four. So I just need a plan. I need to play this game as if I am already in Final Five. And it shifted things for me. So yeah, that was a long run around to get to the point of that was the prophecy one was a prophecy and the other was a dream. But I think it was prophetic. And yeah, but God is, he's smart. He ain't finna tell you you're about to win, big brother. No. But it give you little hints, little nuggets of like, I got you. Just chill. You know what I'm saying? Random questions. What's my favorite color? My favorite color is purple, but like I've been really into like burnt orange. I don't know why. My goal for this year is to start a podcast. Would I do traders? Yes. How can I gain consistency to walk with God throughout this new year? Start small. Like some people want to go cold turkey and just radically change their whole life in a day. And that works for some people. But for most people, it takes 21 days to create a habit. So create a habit that you can literally do for 21 days. If you're trying to get into a health journey and you're like, I want to change my life in 2025. I wanted to get into health and fitness. You're not going to start with 3-hour workouts 2-a-days. Change your whole diet. You're going to start with, let me work out 15 minutes a day. And let me be consistent in that. Then let me work out 15 minutes a day and change my diet. Then let's up it to 30 minutes. So build, have increments, and have room to grow. That is, so same thing with consistency with God. Create a habit that will help you with consistency. So the habit could be, you set a timer, and at 5 p.m. every day, 6 p.m. every day, 8 p.m. every day, I don't care, I don't know. Your timer goes off and they'll say, pray for 5 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Or try to read your Bible for 5 minutes a day. Or stay in the book of John for a month. So whatever it works for you, try to do something. Start small, 5 minutes a day. God is not sitting there trying to, did Chelsie spend 45 minutes on her hands and knees praying in tongues and sweating and all these things and in the throne? He's gauging your heart. You know what I'm saying? So let's work on getting your heart posture right. And a lot of that, getting your heart posture right, is prioritizing God differently. So the prioritizing God could be like you wake up and the first thing that you do is just pray or thank God for something. Or read your Bible for 5 minutes. So it's more so heart posture, because there's a lot of people who get in their word every single day who are mean, who are jerks. And the Bible states this very clearly. Paul talks about this in the New Testament where he says, you could speak in tongues, you could do all of these things, you could be gifted, but if you do not have love, you are like a clanging cymbal. You are just noise. And so reading your Bible every day, being consistent in that, but your heart not being changed, or you being mean, or you not having love does nothing. You know what I'm saying? So I got really aggressive there. I didn't have to do that. I just get very passionate about people who try to live their life going through the motions as a Christian. And I think God's not looking at who checked off all the boxes and read their Bible every day for 30 minutes and were the perfect, polished, pretty people. He's looking for people whose hearts are loyal to him. Yeah. So how do you create a habit where your heart can move to a place to being loyal and steadfast to God? Then spending 30 minutes in your Bible doesn't become a chore. It becomes something you crave. Like being in the presence of God doesn't feel like, oh, it's a task. And I had to get out of that post Big Brother show of like, I need to get checked by God. Like, I'm not looking for you to catch up to a task list or check off a box. I'm making sure your heart is okay. So I created habits of when I'm in the car, when I wake up in the morning, when I'm in the shower, when I brush my teeth, when I'm on the toilet, daily throughout my day. How can I be very honest with God? How can I just be present with him and make him a priority in my mind? Sorry. Yeah. Okay. Next week we won't do a Big Brother episode. Although the next episode is when I win HOH. Actually, let's just watch the HOH and I'll be done. But I will be streaming The Traitors live.
This is CBS.
Shout out to Danielle Reyes. So yeah, that's my
Previously, to his reign of power over, who will become
the new head of household, baby.
house guests will land on the
Danielle was worried they were gonna cut me close to finale week. Aww.
Unleash his secret deepfake HOH.
Oh, the deep fake.
Find out right now
Oh, Big Brother.
My mind just went.
Craziness. A reaction to the whole week is crazy, y'all. So Matt just got evicted. I'm only gonna do up into my HOH and then I'm gonna. I'm still in that outfit.
No.
I immediately took that thing off.
He's more handsome looking more houses than possible.
I am on cloud nine. He thought he had everyone in the house wrapped around his finger. We got him good. MJ's lover boy just went home. And who sent him packing? Who put him up there? Me.
I have a huge connection with that kid.
He gave us the toughest decision.
I know, I respect the game. You guys love this game, I get it. It's just tough for me. I didn't want to be sitting there and Matt leave, but unfortunately it happened. I have to hit the reset button. Winning the HOH is vital this week. Matt was my #1 ally, and if I want to stay in the house,
Yeah, I'm not gonna do a whole nother episode.
Who the nominees are.
Oh, it's pretty far into it.
Resilient. We always come back from bad times. So HOH, #1 priority.
You were stressed when I wasn't HOH? Because you were like, who's gonna take her out?
The arena gives me a ton of confidence. I'm over the moon. So I'm super, super excited to keep playing this game.
It's not like any other game, though. It's tough. It sucks.
The majority of the house wanted Matt out, but 3 people kept him in, and
I clocked, okay, I'm not gonna watch this whole thing, say I'm tired. I clocked the 3 easily. I was just like, 1 + 1 = 2. Black is black and white is white. It was this I just saw things, it was just clear to me. So there's a lot of, I worked behind the scenes on a lot of these, a lot throughout the season. I was stressed, y'all, too. I was stressed the whole season. So crazy to watch back. Yeah, who was going to take you out? It was side talks, but they couldn't figure it out. Yeah, people were on the low about it. Actions in the Big Brother house speak louder than words, and a lot of the actions were in the daily interactions that I watched and I studied. There was not a time in the Big Brother house that I turned my mind off. The only time I would turn my mind off was when I went to bed, and even then I didn't get proper sleep because my brain just was going for 90 days straight. Mama and Mace. Is that Miss Manbeck? I don't think that's Miss Manbeck. The picture's too, I didn't play to the very last minute. I disagree with that comment. I played since week 1. Like, I had to work myself from the ground up. Like, I started at the lowest anybody could in the Big Brother house in the season. And I had to restructure my whole game. So I was going to work since day 1 because I sucked at the first competition. So it's not anybody's fault but mine, but I was working very hard. Yeah, I couldn't express who I had to hold back so much, you guys. The level of self-control and self-restraint I had to have in the Big Brother house was I didn't know that I had the ability to hold back. There are so many moments that I wanted to speak up, say something, or clock people, let them know that I'm aware. And I couldn't because I was playing with the end in mind. So I had to hold a lot of stuff in. The hammock scene of you crying was heartbreaking. Did they show that on the show? What? We were going crazy. No, just in the live feeds. I struggled, you guys. And this will be the end. I couldn't show how affected I was in the Big Brother house because people capitalize on that, and then it leads to, what's wrong? Are you okay? And then you have to air out, what's going on with you. Did I feel like I lied a lot? No, I feel like I lied when necessary and when I needed to. I lied a lot in certain weeks, but some people shot themselves in the foot for lying when it's completely unnecessary. It's like you didn't have to go and spread that lie. It did nothing. If it doesn't help, it hurts. So the lies that I told were lies that would help me in the game. Some people just were lying just because this is Big Brother. You gotta lie. I'm like, that's stupid. Lie when you need to. I lied when I needed to. Yeah. So anyways, the hammock, I remember vividly that day. It was later in the season. And I felt so lonely and isolated. I was missing my family. Struggling with some stuff mentally, and I had restrained and withheld so much for so many weeks. I was so exhausted, and I had nowhere to process it, no one to process it with, and the coping mechanisms and skills I developed outside of the house you can't use in the house. So it was just difficult. So anyways, I hope you guys had fun in that here. Let me end on a high note. 2025 is going to be a great year. I feel like after you cried, you was like game on. Because sometimes if at first you don't succeed, dust yourself off and try again. It is okay if you fall down on the floor. It is okay if you cry. But it's not okay if you stay there. So feel the feels. Have your emotion. But don't stay there. Pick back up. And that is what Big Brother taught me. I can have moments of weakness. Doesn't mean I'm a weak person. I can have moments of weakness. I can have moments when I'm not well, but there's always a way out and a way up. So 2025 that's my word for y'all. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Like, January could be sucky for you guys, but December could look beautiful. And I know that because that was my year in 2024. January started absolutely terrible. I was so isolated and lonely. And I'll speak about that on a live and specifically about that. But just in a season of isolation that was so radically insane, demoted in my job, and still I had a lot of confusion around that. Didn't really understand why. So a lot of work stuff was going on. And then, work life, personal life was just a mess. And I felt like I was in a pit that I couldn't get out of. And January sucked. And then February came, then June came, then October came, then December came. And life is not perfect, but it's better than it was last January. So a lot can change in a year is what I'm trying to say. So keep your head up. If this month might not go as you plan, but February can, March can, June can, October can. So keep your head up. If at first you don't succeed, just dust yourself off and try again. If you get knocked out down on the floor, you could cry there for a second, but don't stay there. Pick your head back up. Keep it pushing. It's not how you start. It's how you finish. Prayers to Cam, you guys. That would mean a lot if you guys just sent some prayer and love to him and to our whole cast. Life is hard, and we don't always show in live what we're struggling with. So the people you see a lot online and the strong friends in your life, be kind, be gracious to them, and send them your love. This is what I need y'all to do before you go to bed. Text one person that you love them and that you care about them and you're thinking about them. Just one person. Can y'all do that? Just one person. DM them if you don't have their number. Just think of whatever that first person that comes to your mind, hit them up and tell them that you love them. And that's it. Hope you guys have fun going to the episode with me, and I'll watch my HOH with you guys another day. I won't watch it tonight. Love you guys, and yeah, all my uncut diamonds. Ooh, that hurts my carpal tunnel. Over and out. Love you guys.